Sandy Allnock here for SimonsSaysStamp.com, and I have a Copic video for you once again. I'm going to color the background for the Grillfather image. I'm not going to color the image itself, but lots of you have been asking how I do the crazy smoke and flames. So I'm going to do first an easy version of it, and that's the version that I teach in my classes because most people can't handle the crazy version and it takes too long. And then I'm going to show you kind of a medium version of the crazy smoke. The full-on version that I do that looks like this actually takes me about an hour just to color the smoke portion. So I'm going to show you kind of a medium level of that. And if you spend more time on it, you can get all kinds of crazy effects. Let's get started. I'm going to begin with the simpler version of the fire and flames and clouds of smoke around this grill using my Y17 marker, my favorite color. You can use any yellow, but I'm going to lay the marker down and press it down a little bit and then lift up as I lift the flame up. And you can make fat ones, you can make skinny ones, you can make tiny ones, you can make ones going all different directions, whatever you kind of want to do to create the illusion that there's a little bit of flame there that Dad's cooking on. We're going to take our C3 marker and we're just going to make a few clouds. This is the simple version. I teach the simple version when I'm teaching my classes with this image because most people can't handle the complicated ones, so that's why I'm doing this video so those who want to see it can see it. So I'm making just a couple of C's, real light, quick motions with them. They don't have to be really exotic. And then inside each C, I'm using my C1 marker then to feather that out, and that'll lighten it up a little bit. Just to make those little clouds of poofiness. And if you want to feather further, you can do that with a C00 or a 0. Either 1 0, 2 zeros, whatever you have. And soften that out. Now if that is still not soft enough, then we take the various ink refill bottle, this big jug. I like the big one because I use it a lot for a lot of things. And then put a little bit on a paper towel. Make sure it's decently wet because you'll need enough moisture. And now I'm wrapping it around my finger and I'm going to tap it onto my clouds. And that's going to soften them out. And when that dries, it'll have some texture in it as well as being softer. I have colored the base coat on all of this stuff first. I use the YG series here, YG 97, 95, 93, and 91, because I want it to get lighter and lighter as it gets towards this giant cloud of smoke. These are all BG, so this is BG 96, and here we have, oh, and it goes into a G82. I know, BG into a G. I want it to feel like it's getting lighter as well, so this smoke slowly fades out. And then this is B12 with a little bit of BG10 right there to blend it out. So I'm going to soften this whole edge now using the same technique as I just did with colorless blender solution. And you can see that pretty quickly it's already turning into what looks like a cloud of smoke. How cool is that? Pretty swift effect. You can just keep working it until you're happy with where it looks. And then I'm going to soften the little clouds that I made on the inside that are just like what we did on the last version. I want to add some more W clouds because you can mix the warm and the cool grays throughout this entire cloud of smoke because it's going to just make it look crazier when it's got more color in it. So this is a W2 and now some W0. Just gonna add a mess here of all of these colors. I'm going to add a little bit of a glow of Y11 coming out from that center section. Just laying the marker down sideways and flicking outward, and I can make some more yellowy clouds as well. I want all of this down at the bottom to start getting darker. I kind of want that cloud to fade out sooner. So I'm going to add much more darkness down here. This is an art, not a science. So add as much clouds as you think Dad needs. Now if I want to add a little bit more sky color in the top portion, I can cut back on just how much flame goes up by adding a little bit of blue in that top portion. So you can almost see through some of the clouds as they head up to the sky with my paper towel. And you can see the texture is really appearing on this, so it's going to start looking pretty cool pretty quickly. The last step to really make this look like fire will be to add a little bit of yellow to each of the areas that are facing the fire. So I'm using the same Y17, but you can use a lighter one if that scares you too much. I'm doing a super teeny tiny line right along the outside of all of those different spots. And then I can go in with a lighter Y. I'm just gonna pick a Y06, and I can soften that if it feels like it's too much. And that will give the glow of the fire to Dad so that he is looking like he's cooking with gas here. On the white areas, you can actually even add a little bit more if you want to really add that glow, so nobody's going to miss that. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you learned something, please click that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe while you're down there. And leave me a comment. Tell me how you like your steak. Does your Grillfather cook it to perfection for you? And I'm gonna go eat some of my steak that I've been cooking while I'm coloring. I will see you guys next month with a 4th of July special. Take care. Bye now.